Welcome back to Montana this morning. Well, tonight is the night we've all been looking forward to, Relay for Life of Yellowstone County. And one of the big events of the night is the Survivors Lab. And so we wanted to reach out to one of our favorite survivors, cancer survivors, and retired KTVQ chief meteorologist, Bob McGuire, the one and only. So good to see you again, Bob. It feels like it's been forever, but turns out we'll be able to see you at the Survivors Lab tonight. So tell us, what is it like being part of that lab, and why is it that you return every year to do it?
Well, it's an accomplishment. When I came down with cancer and you're pretty sick, you're laying in bed, you're in a hospital room, and if you know that you have the Survivor Lab, you want to live long enough to make it through the Survivor Lab. So you actually force yourself, put your brain in the right mode so that I'm going to make this. It's a positive thinking thing. And that's what I did. And so when I actually got to walk around the Survivor Lab, it was just like I've made a big accomplishment. And so even now to this day, it kind of chokes me up a little bit, but it's a big deal.
Yes, it is. And tell us a little bit, if you don't mind, about your battle with cancer and how you're doing today.
Okay, well, my battle with cancer started in 2005. And back then, it was kind of an interesting thing. Because of the Relay for Life, they had raised a lot of funds and they'd come up with new techniques. And one of the new techniques was in Washington, the University of Washington. And I went there, and what I had was something called a sarcoma. And what they were able to do, it was laying on my femoral nerve group next to the femoral artery, which is, pretty dangerous place. And so they were able to shrink it up with radiation. And then they were able to cut it out, excise it out. And then after they were in the process of cutting it out, they put the radiation cone inside the incision. That way, if there was any thing they didn't get, as far as, the cancer cells, they couldn't multiply anyway. And that was all stuff that previous to me getting cancer, that the Relay for Life had funded research and actually came up with a deal for it. So every year that I've been going, it's because, well, we're helping future generations raise money and maybe find new cures or at least new procedures for cancers, because that helped me. So that's the reason I go.
Yes, that's why you relay. So do you have any words of advice or encouragement for someone maybe going through their battle right now?
Well, that's what the Relay for Life is all about, and the Survivor Lab. There are thousands that go through that lab and that Survivor Lab, and it's one of those things where you realize at first when you get that cancer prognosis, you think, "Oh my God, I'm all by myself here." You are not alone. There's thousands of us just in Yellowstone County, and we're all pulling for you. And so just do what the doctors say. And I think what is really key is the power of positive thinking. It gets your mind and your body in the right mode to heal itself. And that's the key, a power of positive thinking. And it really makes a difference. And listen to what your doctors say. If you're smoking, quit smoking, because that's not going to help you.
Right. Yeah, good advice there. And I think your shirt says it all, but how's retirement going?
Yeah, for me it is like every day is like a Saturday. But I got to tell you, winter was pretty good for me. We had kind of a mild winter, so I didn't have to shovel much. But recently I had a little problem. Before I left Q2, I had to have a new hip put in, and I wound up in late, I think it was late April, May, and June, and now here we are in July. I had a massive infection around that new hip. And so I've been pretty sick for a while because of that. But I had my last infusion yesterday for antibiotics. And now today I can just take the antibiotics by a pill. And so I'm okay there. We used to have to go to the hospital every day and get an infusion of antibiotics. But I'm doing well. Doctors say all the numbers are going right. Red blood cells are up. White blood cells are down. So that means I'm beating the infection and it's going away. Right. And so outside of that, it's been a great retirement. Kind of wish I'd done it a little earlier.
Oh, yeah, well, you are definitely missed here by everyone in the building and then the viewers watching at home. And I know it's just a true treat for them to see you on the air this morning. So, Bob, thank you so much. It's so good to hear from you and see you.
Thank you. And tell everybody hi for me.
Oh, will do. Thank you so much. We'll be right back after this.